Hello and welcome to this week's AMA, Ask Me Anything. And as you can see, I am in the studio office and it's lovely and sunny. So I thought I'd throw the doors open and I hope you also get the added benefit of birdsong and nature and a little bit of that whilst I'm answering these questions for you. So I'm going to start with starting off with a mail list question and just share with you a little bit about kind of GDPR and ways in which that you can do that to make sure that you're following the guidelines. So the background of this is, how do you go about sending an email to your mail list to introduce a new service or a newsletter if those people weren't initially asked about marketing options? So and then kind of to get the majority of people to sign up. So there's two ways that you can go about doing this. The first way is via Outlook. So effectively, if you've been in practice for quite a while and you've got lots of past clients, under GDPR, you are allowed their personal information because they're your client and you've been offering a service to them. And now you're basically saying, you know, I've got this new service, would you be interested? Now, the biggest thing about GDPR is you have to positively offer and ask them if they want to sign up to something. You can't just kind of sign them up and not tell them. It's about being respectful and being responsible. So you can get a new Outlook, start a new Outlook email and BCC, so blind CC. And that means not everybody will see each other's email addresses. Put in all of the addresses that you've currently got. Write a lovely email telling them what you're starting, the benefits that they'll receive, what kinds of things that you'll be talking about in the blog or the newsletter or whatever it is that you're doing. And then in MailChimp or Aweber, you can set up a sign up form and then get the URL for that. And if you don't know how to do that, I covered it in the courses, so go back and have a look. You get that URL and then you can put, you know, if this is something that you want to be involved in, you know, click below and then click here to sign up, and then hyperlink that to the URL for the sign up form. Now, the benefits of this is a lovely personalised email. It comes from Outlook, so the likelihood is that it'll go into their inbox and you're positively asking people if they want to sign up. The downside of that is, from an admin point of view, it's a little bit clunky, and also you're asking your list to do an extra step by kind of the signing up part. So it works, but you won't get kind of many people that sign up, so the sign up percentages are smaller. The second way to do it is if you go onto Aweber or MailChimp and you create a new list and you tag people as old client, or you create a list as old client. Effectively, you're saying the reason that I have all of these email addresses is because they signed up to my services. So the reason that you have them is because they've already signed up to your services. They've already said yes to your services. So you can, in the back end, you can add all those subscribers to that mail list. Effectively, the only reason that you're going to ever use that mail list is it's an old client mail list. What you would then do is create a broadcast and say, this is the service, this is the benefits, this is what I'm going to be doing, and to sign up, then click here. The reason that I like this is because in Aweber and MailChimp, you've got a few more options to make it look good. So you can put your brand in there, you can put a button that says sign up here, and you can use that as a hyperlink. And you can also say, if you don't want to communicate with me anymore, just click unsubscribe at the bottom. So effectively you're giving them an extra way to say, actually don't, you know, I'm not interested, and you can have an up-to-date list of who wants to continue that communication with you and who doesn't. So from a GDPR point of view, it's clearing up your mail list as well to ask them whether they want to be communicated with or not. So it's a nice way of getting that kind of confirmation. But you're only adding them to the new newsletter if they say, yes, I want to be added. So again, it's a really kind of positive sign-up process. the benefits of that is because you're working in the system, you're working in your autoresponder system, the names are already in there, so the process for you becomes a little bit easier and a little less clunky, and everything's kept in the same place. The downside is if you're sending the original email from those systems, it might fall into junk email rather than the inbox. So 2 ways there that you can do it. So you can choose either. In terms of GDPR and what's important, it's about getting their consent, so and making sure that your client has got choice and control over what they get communicated with. The second way, part of GDPR, is about being very clear and asking them what they want information on. So the second way allows you to get 2 forms of consent. Number 1 is, do you want to keep on my client list, do you want to keep that communication? Number 2, do you want this newsletter? So it kind of separates out the information that you're going to send them, so it makes it a bit clearer and a bit more precise. You must tell them if any third-party controllers what they do with that information, so do look at that and just make sure that you're letting people know if anybody else has access to their information. And keep a record. And the beautiful thing about the MailChimps and the Awebbers is they will keep that record for you. They'll make sure that only people that have signed up will be on that list. So it's a really great way of making sure that you could go back if GDPR ever asked you. You can say, yes, I know that they got the consent, because they wouldn't be on that list unless they'd ticked to say, yes, they want to be on that list. If you find this service helpful and you know other people who are in the helping professions, get them to sign up to the AMA as well, and then they can also email me and ask questions. This is a growing community, and I want to help as much as I can. So let's get this out there and continue to help as many people as we can.